So, good morning. Unfortunately, I didn't understand the words, so I don't speak any Russian. I come from Finland, from Tampere. My name is really Timo Pyssysalo, and I will introduce a little bit more soon. But first of all, I will define what is we call Harmatsan a little bit later, just in case. But why I am here is that Digia, which comes from the digital architects or architects of digital information, it's a Finnish company. We have a small office in St. Petersburg as well, and we provide software subcontracting services to Nokia and other companies as well. And I'm running there a small training team where we have 4 trainers. So training is not our core business. We have 1,500 software developers. So software subcontracting is really the thing what we do. But before we start, a small icebreaker, which is very relevant. I will teach you a little bit the Finnish geography. This is approximately map of Finland. There is Tampere. Okay, actually it's somewhere here, but it doesn't matter. And I live in a small city located about 20 kilometers southwest from Tampere. What is the name of that city? All of you know that word.
Nokia.
It is Nokia. So I live in Nokia, but I don't work for Nokia, or I don't work in Nokia. So that's actually the city where this company originates, but they were doing rubber and paper products at that time. Nowadays there are no Nokia business in Nokia City anymore. That's enough about us and me. I will ask you soon that what is your background and what you expect about this training or this course. I assume that you know the basics of Qt and QML. I have 141 slides, so you will die if we go through all of them, but just in case. And I have soft copies of the slides if you want to take that as well. I guess Nokia will put it somewhere to be available for you. And the idea is to get started. You get so familiar with this Nokia N9, so familiar with the UI components and platform services it provides that you can start software development and publish your programs in Office Store. And that goal defines what I'm going to talk about today. Let's not worry about the time schedule, because when this training was planned, the plan was that we have hands-on exercises as well. And today we are not going to do that. I will demonstrate those exercises. So the time schedule probably is not very accurate, but the content is. Let's start from the user experience to get an idea that what you are expected, what kind of an applications, and how you are expected to do. These are rather straightforward, but also very detailed, so it's defined in the pixel accuracy that this is how you icon margin, or for example, should look like. But of course, we are not going into such details to understand that. Then we will look at the basic tools. So Qt Creator 1.1.2, that's now the one tool integrating the Symbian toolchain, the MAT, so the Mimer application developer toolchain, the desktop toolchain, so the Windows, Mac, whatever you use, plus then the simulator, which you can use to simulate the mobility APIs. So let's look at how to set up Qt Creator to enable development in Nokia N9, or actually I use 950, but that's not a big difference. And let's look at that, what kind of an APIs are provided. Of course, if you are talking about Qt, we have Qt APIs. If we are going to talk about QML, we have QML. But what else? So if you think what is MeeGo and Harmattan, what is the difference? Nokia N9 device is quite close to MeeGo 1.2, but not exactly. For example, you don't use RPM packages, you use Debian packages. But then Harmattan means that there are additional Nokia APIs at the platform level, at the Qt level, and if they are at the Qt level, there are QML APIs as well. So that's Harmattan. MeeGo 1.2 Harmattan API means that it's MeeGo APIs plus additional Nokia APIs. We will look at that, what kind of an APIs there are. And then some important things like security. MeeGo defines security framework and how that applies, that how the security should be taken into account in your applications, what you write. Okay, let's see, perhaps we start in the real development before the lunch, depending. But anyway, let's look at that. What is the basic application framework? So what is the structure? How you should write, of course there are other ways as well, but how you should write your applications. Mobility APIs, demos, so all this is QML. We don't write Qt applications or OpenGL applications, what we can do as well. We are concentrating on QML because that's the way how you are expected to write your UI in MeeGo Harmattan. And then, in the end, let's look at a little bit at what are the principles of publishing your application. What kind of a criteria your application must meet. And why? Because when we are looking at the tools, we will see that there are all kinds of interesting tools to detect memory leaks, for example, to detect energy consumption. Tools what you don't have for Symbian, or you had in Carbide, but definitely don't have in Qt Create. Now you have those tools, and you are expected to use the tools to test that your application satisfies the publishing criteria. Everything what you need to get started is here. So this is the landing page. It provides you, if you have the device, it provides you the latest images to Flash. It provides you the SDKs. It provides you the all kinds of add-ons to the SDK, like notification API, whatever you need. It provides the reference documentation. It provides the examples, and so on. So that's really the one place. You don't have to try to find millions of pages in the web. Start there, and you will find it. You see here that it's now Nokia Developer. This is the new name for the forum Nokia.